Get these stuff tomorrow. But I don't know if you want to listen or you want to do it tomorrow. Huh? Okay, this is spermatic cord here. Okay. Yeah. Put all of the stuff. Yeah. Put all of them, Shankara.
3, enough?
Okay. Can you also put male? Take
You want the male?
Yeah, male too. Female. What else do we have in female? We have hemisection. Let's look at the blood vessels too. Hemisection. Okay, this is the spermatic cord. Okay. So inside the spermatic cord we have certain structures like what? Testicular arteries, testicular nerves, veins, right? And these veins it's called pampiniform plexuses. Okay, and these are the layers of the spermatic cord. We have the skin, external fascia, cremaster muscle, and then we have the internal fascia, and then we have the tunica vaginalis. Tunica vaginalis is the peritoneal extension from the abdominal cavity going down and forms the tunica vaginalis. And it has 2 layers. If this is the testes, the most immediate layer would be tunica vaginalis, which would be this layer here. If you cut this layer here, it will be tunica vaginalis, like this layer. It looks like this layer here. You see this layer here? It looks like tunica vaginalis. So you have the parietal layer and visceral layer. So if you get that layer out, then you would have tunica albuginea that covers the testicles, and beneath the tunica albuginea okay, this looks like tunica vaginalis, this layer here. This is the tunica vaginalis.
Which one?
This one here. This. And beneath that is the testes. These are all seminiferous tubules. Okay. Seminiferous tubules. And this is where the epididymis is located. We're going to look at those tomorrow. Epididymis, which is located on the posterior aspect. Okay, I'll show you in another better part. Do we have another testis, Shankara? Not here. Anyhow. This is the seminiferous tubules, all right? So these are all, curled tubules, and there's nothing to ask here. If I might just pinpoint this. What is this seminiferous tubules, right? Okay, that's about it. And these are the, like I said, pampiniform plexuses, the veins, and then we have testicular arteries, and then we have the ductus deferens. Okay, this looks like ductus deferens, but I won't ask that here because you won't be able to differentiate which is which. Okay, and then I would like to show you the epididymis, but later. So let's go through I went through this. Let's go through this. Again, this is spermatic cord. Okay, this is testes or testicles. All right, so this is the epididymis at the back. You see the posterior aspect? So this is the anterior aspect, this is the posterior aspect here. So this is the head of epididymis. And you have the body, and you have the tail going down. Tail unites with vas deferens. So these are the coverings of the spermatic cord. There's like external fascia, cremaster muscle, and then we have internal fascia. And then we have tunica vaginalis, the parietal and visceral layer. The parietal layer and visceral layer of tunica vaginalis. And if we cut this, we have tunica albuginea and then testicles beneath that. Alright, so this is the epididymis here. That's about it. We have dartos muscle, but dartos muscle is just beneath the skin of the testes. We can't see over here. So this is spermatic cord here, okay? We did this for the males. We've got a couple of, we had hemisections and blood vessels. Shankar didn't. Okay, this is the penis. We have a couple of specimens there too. We have, you know, it's made out of two components. One is corpus spongiosum, corpus cavernosum. Corpus spongiosum is this on the midline. Okay, it should be like this. Okay, so this is corpus spongiosum. This is also cavernous tissue, but inside you have urethra passing through the corpus spongiosum. So it's on the most dorsal side. On the lateral side, both the ventral and lateral side, these two would be the corpus cavernosum. We had a better penis. Anyhow, Shankar didn't bring that. I don't know why. So if I pin this, this is corpus cavernosum. This is what? Corpus cavernosum, right? This? Good. This? Glans penis, right? This? This? Right, we can just like, you know, skin of the shaft basically. So it's continuous. So it's a skin. It continues with the prepuce. This? External urethral orifice, good. This? Good. This? Good. Alright. So if I pinpoint one of these vessels, this is a vessel here.
Dorsal vein.
Right. What is it? Say it again.
Dorsal vein.
Right. Dorsal vein of the penis, right? If it was an artery, so if it's a nerve like these, what is it? Right, dorsal nerve of the penis, dorsal vein of the penis, and artery is the dorsal artery of the penis, right? Okay, so all these dorsal arteries run just beneath the skin of the penis. Okay. If I were to show you artery inside the cavernous tissue, what would that be? Right, deep artery, okay? Deep artery of the penis. All right. So this is penis, right? That's about it for that. So we looked at testes, spermatic cord, as you can see here. Okay, this is the urinary bladder. It has cyst in it, and it's just really enlarged. So just beneath the urinary bladder, we would have like, this is the urinary bladder here. Okay, it's like this. Just beneath that, which is this, is prostate, right? This here is prostate, you see? So if you have the urinary, at the base of the urinary bladder is the prostate, all right? So going inside the prostate, we have certain structures here. You see these structures here? So what do you call this? Say it. Right, vas deferens. This is vas deferens. Okay, this is a vas deferens. If that's vas deferens, what is this? Ampulla of the vas deferens. Good. If that is that, so what is this? Seminal vesicle. Good. So basically, the ampulla of vas deferens and seminal vesicle, you see, they unite here, and their ducts unite. And when after they unite, what duct do you? Ejaculatory duct, right? Ejaculatory opens to the prostate. So this is the prostate here. Seminal vesicle. Say it. Ampulla vas deferens. What is this? Vas deferens. Good. Okay. So if I put a pin over here, what would you say? Ampular vas deferens, right? If I put a pin here, right? If I put a pin here, good. Okay, that's the only thing that I can ask here in the test, you know.
He was asking if we should put left or right when we answer.
Left or right now? How would you know? How would you know left or right, you know? And it's not that important. If you know that is that structure, either seminal vesicle or vasa, that's enough. Right and left is not important you to know. Again, same thing, okay? It's rheumatic cord. If I just like, you know, put a pin and string around this, what you would say? It's rheumatic cord, right? For instance, this structure is really tough and it's coming directly on the inferior aspect of the testes. Okay, so this is what? This is what? Vas deferens, right. If this is vas deferens, it's going like this, right? Okay. We have to dissect it, but anyhow. So on the posterior aspect of the testes, what's this? Tunica vaginalis, right? Boom. What do you see here then? Just beneath you. Right, you see epididymis? So basically this is epididymis here. So this is epididymis. But if I like pin this, what would you say? If you just said epididymis, that's not totally correct. Head of epididymis, right? If we pin here, body of epididymis, but if we pin like down here, it would be? Right, that's where it connects with the vas deferens. You see, vas deferens starts here, and it starts with the tail, and it goes and it connects with the vas deferens here. Okay, good. So this might be a good question here, right? Okay.
So the tunica albit is like very adherent to the testes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and tunica albuginea, you can't. It's not a fascia. It's just a connective tissue. So the things that you see as a layer will be tunica vaginalis. Because tunica albuginea is just like connective tissue, you know, it's not straight like a layer or fascia.
You can turn it fast.
I'm sorry?
You can just turn it around fast. See.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Oh, you didn't see it?
At the bottom.
You didn't see it? Oh, why did you tell me? You can come in the middle.
You can come in the middle.
All right. Let's. What's this? Okay, this. Right, primary cord. And these guys? Well, it looks like a nerve. What is it? Testicular nerve, right? And these? Right, these are the vessels, you see? So these are what? Testicular? arteries and veins. Right, the veins are called pampiniform plexus. Good. Okay, so what is this? Head of epididymis. This? Right, and this? Right, and vas deferens here. This is the testis, and the layer would be, the outer layer would be tunica vaginalis, the parietal layer of tunica vaginalis, and the visceral layer of tunica vaginalis. So we have the space in between. All right, if we cut it like here, this is cut testis, is what? Seminiferous tubules. You see the seminiferous tubules open to, I don't know if you can see it. What are these? You see 1, 2, 3. What are those? Say it. Straight tubules. Right.
Wait, which one is the straight tubules?
Right, straight tubules come from, it's coming from seminiferous tubules, see? And straight tubules and opens to reedy testes. You see, this is the reedy testes here. And reedy testes, this is straight tubules, seminiferous tubules, straight tubules, this reedy testes, and reedy testes here opens to ductus efferentes to the epididymis. Okay? All right, that's that. Let's look at the female now. Okay. Let's look at this one first. Nikolai called me and you guys. Did you see it and everything?
Some things.
Huh?
Some things we didn't.
Oh, you did? So you guys must see because you called me. Okay.
What's more?
So this is the female reproductive structures that we see here. So what is this? If I pin this? Right, broad ligament, right? Broad ligament. Okay. All right. What is this? Good. This? Good. So what would be this? Right, suspensory ligament. This? Fallopian tube. This particular part, like specific, fallopian tube is? Isthmus of the fallopian tube, right? And this would be? It goes like this direction. Right, round ligament of the uterus. Okay, so we have the round ligament of the uterus. This comes out and goes forward, and it goes inside the inguinal canal, superficial, deep canal, and then superficial, and then goes to where it attaches. Labia majora. Good. All right, fallopian tube, ovary, ovarian ligament. This is the round ligament of uterus. So this. What do we have inside suspensory ligament? Right. Good. Like if I tag like something around here. Right. We got it. Mesosalpinx. Good. So this is mesosalpinx. So if I tag something like this, what would you say? Right. Meso-ovarium that surrounds the ovary, while mesosalpinx surrounds the fallopian tube. All right. So what was this? Ovarian ligament. Second question. Where does it come from? What's it derived from? Right, huh?
Gubernaculum.
Right, yeah, I didn't teach you what, but that's good. Gubernaculum. We're going to look at the embryology tomorrow. We're going to look at the embryology tomorrow. So, both the round ligament, okay, and the proper ovarian ligament, are remnants of gubernaculum. All right, don't forget that, gubernaculum. That might be the secondary type question, you know. Okay, so what is this? I'm sorry. If I put a pin here, what is this?
What is it?
Be specific.
The intravaginal cervix.
Right, intravaginal part of the cervix. Right. Epithelium.
Stratified squamous.
Right, certified squamous. Okay. This
External os.
external
Os.
os. Okay, yeah, external os, external orifice of the cervix. Okay, good. Okay. So that's about it. All right. So if I put a pin here, if I put a pin here, what would you say? If I put a pin here, what would you say? Say it. Right, myometrium, myometrium. Good, myometrium. If I put a pin here, what would you say? No. This, if I put a pin over here. Huh? What is it? Right, perimetrium. Perimetrium, right? So what is perimetrium basically? What is it? Right, it's peritoneum. And what is this here? It's a broad ligament. Alright, itself. So basically this is peritoneum. Here is myometrium in the middle. And if I pin like something somewhere around here, endometrium, right? Okay, good. So the parts is what? What is this? Fundus. This part? Body. This part? Isthmus of uterus. And this part? Cervix, right. Good. So what is this? Right. Is it posterior fornix? Lateral fornix, right. And here? Again, lateral fornix. Here? That's the posterior fornix. Okay? But you can't see the entry. So you have these fornices located. So, just like the other one, so what is this? If I put a tag over here, is that? Say it again, same thing? Here. Right, intravaginal part of the cervix. Right, epithelium. Right, here if I tag it over here, what would you say? Right, supravaginal part of the cervix. Epithelium. Simple columnar. So we have two different epithelium. Inside the cervix we have simple columnar, but in the part that it extends to the vagina will be stratified squamous. Okay. All right. Good. So we have the internal os that connects the cervix to the uterine cavity. Then we have the external os connects the cervix to the vaginal canal. All right. That's about it here. Again, let's look at the same things, and you answer my questions again. So if I put it like, so what is this? Okay, if that is the ovary, we need to, okay, and this. Okay, this. Good. Okay, this. Okay, if I tag like this over here, what would you say? Okay, it looks like the ampulla. Okay, so over here is the ampulla, but if I tag like here, is the infundibulum. If I tag like here, what would you say? Right. Fimbria of what?
Yeah,
So you have to put the words correctly. Fimbria of the fallopian tube or oviduct, okay? Ampulla of the uterine tube or fallopian tube. So put all the words together. Not only, just don't write ampulla. If you just write ampulla, you would get your marks cut. It's the ampulla of the fallopian tube. All right? Okay, again. So if we ask this, what's this? Mesoovarium, right? It covers the ovarium. And if we ask something like here again, here is what? Mesosalpinx, correct. And if we tag something like here, over here would be? Well, the correct is broad ligament. Basically, if you just say broad ligament, because mesometrium, I mean, here it might not be on the uterus. In order to say it as a mesometrium, it has to be associated with the uterus. Okay, it might be. See, this area is like between the uterus and the ovaries, somewhere around here, which you don't see uterus. So it's just basically broad ligament. But if I'd tag I showed you earlier, directly, if it's if it's somewhere around here, you can say mesometrium. It's not false. It is correct. These are mesometrium. But if I tag somewhere around here, then you have to say that is a broad ligament, because it's not touching or associated with the uterus. So these are the only things that we have here that I showed. That's it. These are the same things. Okay, let's look at other things too. You want to look at other things too? Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go then. So, where should we go? Huh? Can you call Shankara? Okay, we have the rectum here, and we have the bladder here. Rectovesical pouch should be somewhere around here. You can't see it. So if this is the bladder, so if I tag something like here, what would you say?
Prostate.
Right, prostate.
Right.
Okay. So this is the prostate, and yeah, this is the pubic symphysis. All right. And that's about it. This is the rectum, urinary bladder, pubic symphysis, and this is the prostate. And somewhere around here is the seminal vesicle here. Seminal vesicle, prostate, and that's about the hemisections here.
You can't see any.
And I would like to, also ask questions on the blood supply too.
Right.
Learn the blood supply. Where would I ask? I would ask, for instance, I will ask blood supplies maybe in the cadaver. Maybe I won't ask two of jars. Maybe one jar. And ask most of the structures of the wet.
You're right.
Okay, let's put it over here.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Again, urinary bladder, this is the rectum, and this is the prostate here. Okay, symphysis pubis is the front. Okay, so the vessels that you see here is right, common carotid, common iliac. So this is the common iliac here, okay? So is this artery or vein? How do we just... Common iliac artery or common iliac vein? Right, look at the veins wall, it's so thin. So normally the wall of the vein are really thin. So I'm not going to look at iliac vein. Let's look at the artery. So this is common iliac artery. This is
External.
right, external. This
Internal.
good. Now external, it just goes directly this way to the inguinal ligament. You see this inguinal ligament. After it passes the inguinal ligament, it forms the femoral artery. Okay, and the The first branch, as you can see here, is external pudendal. I'm not going to go into detail, but it goes to the scrotum, the external pudendal artery. But we're looking at the internal branch. So internal branch would be, it has two trunks. Say it. Internal. We have
Anterior and posterior.
anterior and posterior trunk. This is the anterior trunk here. Okay. And posterior trunk, which is not dissected, but it goes backwards and forms a posterior trunk. Okay. So anterior. This is the anterior trunk. So if I take this, you would say what? Anterior trunk of the internal iliac artery, right? And the first branch of the anterior trunk was this. What is this? Say it. Umbilical artery, right? You see? And umbilical artery, where does it go to? You see, it goes to this. It goes to this guy here with the urinary bladder, which is this. So umbilical artery, and it gives off what? Right, superior vesicle, and it supplies the superior part of the urinary bladder. So this is the umbilical artery, and gives off superior vesicle artery. But umbilical artery, this is different. So the distal part of the umbilical artery, it becomes a ligamentous structure and forms medial umbilical ligament. So the distal part. So if I tag like, there's also good umbilical artery in other cadavers. We'll look at them too. So this would be, if we tag over here, it would be what? You have to say medial umbilical ligament. If we tag over here, umbilical artery. So this is umbilical artery, and this would be medial umbilical ligament.
Medial or medial?
Medial. Medial umbilical ligament. Okay? So that's, I'm just looking at the things that we see here. Okay, what is this? Right. Well, this looks like corpus spongiosum. Why? Because you can see the urethra. You see the urethra? This is the urethra. So the structure that is located, that harbors the urethra is corpus spongiosum. So wherever you see the urethra, so this is what? Penile urethra. All right. And then you have somewhere around here is the membranous urethra, where you have the urogenital diaphragm, and that goes back to the prostate. And somewhere around here is the prostatic urethra. Okay, it goes this way and turns around at the bulb, the urethra, and goes in. It goes through the membranous urethra and it goes into the spongy urethra. Okay, so this is, whenever you see the urethra, is the corpus spongiosum. Okay, let's look at other things. Let's go. All right. So what is this? Common iliac. This. Good. And this. Good. This.
Artery.
Right. You see where does it go? This is what? This is the urinary bladder. This is the rectum here. See, at the back. At the front, urinary bladder. This is the male. You don't have a uterus here. So basically, so it goes to the urinary bladder. You see? So this is what? Say it again. Good. What is this? No.
Medial.
Well,
Superior
supravesical. Why? Because it's going to the bladder. So where's the medial umbilical ligament? You don't see it because it's detached. Normally, this ligament attaches to the anterior abdominal wall and it's cut. Basically, you can't see it here. So if there was a continuation slightly this way, that would be medial umbilical. But if we're looking at this is going to, you see, it attaches to the urinary bladder. So it has to be what? Superior vesicle, right? Okay. All right. And what is this? If I put it like this, what is this? Good.
I would say obturator,
How'd
yeah.
you know?
Because it's running
Okay.
right. It's the second branch.
That's still good, but still, it's going to the obturator canal. This is the obturator canal here. See?
You see it?
You see? This is the obturator canal here. It goes through the obturator canal, and it goes through the medial side of the thigh, and then and supplies that area, part of the perineum. And going with the obturator artery is the obturator nerve. See, artery and nerve goes together through the obturator canal. Okay. And that's the second important branch of the anterior division of the internal iliac. Right, internal iliac. Okay. Obturator nerve, obturator artery, umbilical artery, and superior vesicle. Good. What else do we have here? So basically, this is the anterior division. You see this? What is this?
Posterior.
Right, posterior division. And posterior division gives out these.
Superior gluteal.
Right, superior gluteal is
Ilium.
this, and
Yeah.
lateral sacral is this. You see, lateral sacral is this. Lateral sacral, superior gluteal is that.
Lateral, sacral, and ilio something. I know it's ilio something. Ilio lumbar. Okay.
Okay. So what else do we have? That's about it. Okay, this is female.
Well, hey.
Okay. Okay, this is the hemisection of the pelvis. What is this?
Yeah.
Right, common iliac. Okay. What is this?
External.
Right, this?
Internal.
Good. So just put a string around. Just put a string around, for instance, this. If I say put a string around this, what would you say?
Would you? No, I don't think it's it.
Okay, let's put a string around this here. Right. Right, huh?
I don't know what I look like.
Okay, this is the anterior trunk here.
Okay.
You see the one that goes backwards here? So basically this is the posterior trunk. And this is superior gluteal. Anyhow. So this is the anterior trunk.
Excuse me, can you stand it a little bit for me to see?
So what's this? This is the bladder here. You see the bladder? So this is the bladder. You see bladder. This is the vaginal canal, uterus, and this is the this is the bladder here. And this is the rectum, and this is the vaginal canal here. See the vaginal canal?
No.
Here. Yes. Okay, the front is the bladder. Okay. So what is this? What is it? Say it. Right, vesicouterine pouch. Yes. Okay, so this part here is the cervix and vaginal canal. And what is this here? Is the rectouterine pouch or Douglas, or called the sac. All right. So this is your orientation here. So basically, this is the rectum, uterus, and this is the bladder here. Okay, we have the uterine artery, and it gives off these vaginal branches, right? Okay.
Dr. Hakki, for these, what do we
And also, I just wanted to show you these. If I say this, if I tag this, what would you say this?
I don't know. Is that muscle?
No.
No. What is that? Oh, is that artery?
No.
No. I don't know.
Right.
Sacral plexus.
Plexus of right. So it would be like S2, S3, and this is S4.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the sacral plexuses here.
Looks like a plexus from here.
All right. These guys here.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like that.
There's sacral
Alright.
plexus or sacral nerves, primarily parasympathetic. And that's about it here. Okay. Let's look at the.
Is there like an artery or something and ask us to identify it?
Yes,
Or
I'm
would
gonna
you like
ask.
like an organ and then be like, okay, well, name
I
it
might
what's
I might ask arteries too.
I can't tell nothing there.
Well, you might see it in the jars.
Yeah.
But still, no. Like I might, like there's two of them here. Look, I might say, you know, identify this. And the same thing is located over here. Identify this. You see, we have two structures.
We do jaw.
Well, uterine, whatever, you know, umbilical,
I didn't do any jaws today, sorry.
obturator, internal pudendal.
It's not hard to be able to distinguish the models.
From that, I can't tell.
Well, okay.
It's very small.
The first thing that you need, right, it has to come out from where? Internal iliac. One. Second, like umbilical, it has to go to right towards the if it's going towards the urinary bladder, it's umbilical. And if it's going to the bladder, it's superior vesical. Okay? And if it's going to the uterus, it's uterine artery. So you have to see where it's going, all right?
Would we be able to see the internal pudendal from these specimens?
Difficult.
So you can't really know
Internal pudendal? Yeah. I can show it, but you know, it's not easy.
but like the obturator one.
It runs through the canal. You see the obturator.
Like if I tag this, what would you say? You tell me. Come over here.
You have a ready canal.
Where's it going? Where's it coming and where's it going?
That coming from your anterior branch and going to the head of your femoral.
It's going towards the obturator canal. This is the canal here. This is the obturator canal. So this is the obturator artery. All right. And this is the obturator artery. So what is this? Obturator nerve, right? Obturator artery, obturator nerve. It's going towards the canal, obturator canal. So if you look at where's it going, you can figure it out.
Dr. Hakki, the specimen will be clearer for the exam, right?
Of course.
Not these.
No, it's the canal. All right. So that's the inguinal canal, superficial inguinal ring, spermatic cord, testes, corpus spongiosum, and penile urethra. And this, what is this? Pubic symphysis. If this is pubic symphysis, then what is this? Urinary bladder. And what is this? Good, rectum. And if this is urinary bladder, so what is this? Right. If this is prostate, so there's an opening here. You see, what is this? Prostatic urethra. Right. And there's also another opening over here. Can you see? Right. Ejaculatory duct. If this is ejaculatory duct, what is this? Right. So we have seminal vesicle, ejaculatory duct, prostate, prostatic urethra, prostate. So you can feel the hypertrophy of the prostate through what? Rectal examination. So this would, protrude backwards to the rectum, so you can feel the hardness of the prostate through the rectum here. So, and this area is what?
Rectum.
Right, rectovesical pouch over here. And this is about it. The only thing that we can see. Let's look over here. Again, what is this artery here, or vein? What is this? Okay, it's a vein, artery. Huh? Exam? Okay, what is this? All right, it's come from the kidney, you see? It's the ureter and crosses the pelvic brim. All right. All right, so that's that. So this is the artery. Okay. So what's this? Common iliac. And this?
Anterior.
External and internal, right? External goes back and after passes through the falls femoral, right? In the one that goes in is the internal, and then we have the anterior and posterior branch. You see this? The first branch of the anterior branch is what is this? It goes this way. Right, umbilical. If this is umbilical, you see what is this? Superior vesicle, right? And the edge, the distal portion of the umbilical is medial umbilical ligament. Good. You see the obturator artery here, going through the obturator canal. Obturator artery, obturator nerve here, going through the canal. Okay. And then we have the sacral plexus, S2, 3, 4 at the back of the pelvic wall. And that's about it here. Okay.